What's going on, moviegoers? If you're new to the channel, my name is Christian. Welcome to Zero Productions. We got some massive big Scream 7 news we got to discuss, you guys. So many fan theories. What are they cooking up over there for Scream 7? Matthew Lillard, you guys, is going to be returning for Scream 7 as Stu Macher. But how is he going to be returning? Is it going to be in a flashback sequence? No idea. If you remember in the original Scream film in 1996, Sidney ended him with a massive big back TV. I don't know how old you guys are, but if you had one of those TVs back in the day, they were so damn heavy. The worst thing was helping a family member move because those big back TVs, you guys, weighed like 1,000 pounds. And she literally dumped it on his face, right? And he perished. That was it. He died. He never came back for any other sequel. But Kevin Williamson, the writer and director of Scream 7, has some kind of an idea to incorporate him back into the Scream franchise. Now, I loved when in Scream 5 they did the homage to Randy and introducing his nephew and his niece. Brilliant idea. And the shrine at the house, loved it. Obviously, you can't bring Randy back because we all know what happened to Randy in Scream 7. Still was devastated when they killed him off, you guys. But this is fascinating to me. But not only that, Scott Foley, Roman, Sidney's half-brother in Scream 3 is back as well. And Daniel Rickman is reporting that Skeet is back in Scream 7 too. I'm like, what is going on? Now, I know a lot of people loved Skeet's return in Scream 5 of how, Melissa Brer, her character, was seeing her dead dad. I just didn't really like it. I was like, how in the hell is she going to be seeing him in her head if she's never even met this individual before? So I wasn't the biggest fan of that. So what leads me to believe that all of these dead characters returning for Scream 7 is definitely going to be some kind of flashback moment in Scream 7. It has to be, right? Roman is dead, you guys. He got shot in the head. Stu had a TV dumped on his face. But a lot of fans always theorize of Stu's return to the Scream franchise. Maybe he didn't die. What if he survived? And I loved Matthew Lillard's confirmation, you guys. It was so funny. He posted something in his handwriting saying, "My mom and dad are going to be so mad at me." That is a homage to the first film when he's on the phone with Sidney. That scene is so funny to me. Every time I rewatch that scene, I laugh so hard because Billy ends up throwing the phone at his head. And he's like, "You hit me with the phone, you dick." And he starts crying. He's like, "My mom and dad are going to be so mad at me." So iconic. I love that first film so much. But that's what he wrote. But the handwriting is all kind of messed up. So some fans are speculating, well, maybe he survived and he wasn't the same when, you get smashed in the face with a big old TV. So maybe he's got some kind of, handicap things happening to him. It's a possibility. Or maybe Stu's been pulling the strings this entire time in the Scream franchise, still wanting his revenge on Sidney Prescott because he, like it or not, you guys, he had a crush on Sidney. I don't care what you say. Everybody in that movie had a crush on Sidney Prescott. It's Nev Campbell. Come on now. But there's so many ways you can theorize. It's really fascinating to me. But as a fan, what I'm thinking is going to happen, it's a flashback sequence of Stu and Billy. And we're going to see the scene that was never shown of Maureen Prescott being killed. That is going to be wild to me. Obviously, they're going to be de-aged and things of that nature, but it's going to be so sad. So sad. Because who did... Billy found out that Sidney's mom was with his dad. Snapped. Talked about it with, with Stu, and they became the first two Ghostface in the first film. The second film was Billy's mother and the crazy film fanatic student. The third film was Sidney's half-brother. And then the fourth always kind of goes back to Sidney's bloodline. So I'm really intrigued to see what they do with this story. Like, I am so fascinated. This cast is pretty big so far. I mean, obviously you have Gail Weathers returning, Sidney Prescott, Nev Campbell, and those the original cast. You also have, Randy's nephew and niece, Chad and Mindy, they're returning. So I'm like, there's so much they can do with this. But they didn't cast, her love interest in Scream 3, which could potentially be, the father of her children. It's a completely new character. I forgot his name. It's not Ryan Seacrest. I don't know who it is. Ryan Seacrest. Why would I even say that? But it's a completely new character. So you're going to see Sydney's kids. You're going to see her husband. It all goes back to Sidney Prescott, you guys. Eventually she started this franchise and it has to end with her. But Big Screen Leaks, you guys, said, he has some reliable sources. And he said that, with Scott Foley's return, he doesn't know the formality. He doesn't know the details, but he's being told that Kevin Williamson, is an absolute genius and how he was able to incorporate his character back into, the Scream franchise. So they're pretty much saying, oh, everybody just wait. Like in Kevin Williamson, we trust pretty much. So I'm like, hey, dude, if they're cooking up something, really good, then by all means, this really seems like it's going to be a massive legacy film, bringing back all these beloved characters from the original Scream. There's no word for Dewey's return. I'm still upset. I still can't believe they killed Dewey off in Scream 5. I was so mad, you guys. You should have seen my reaction in the theater. I was devastated. I was like, how could you do this? Dewey was one of my favorite characters in the franchise. He was somebody you always wanted to root for. And the fact that they killed him off, I was just heartbroken. Or maybe he's not dead. It's a possibility. I mean, we don't know how many killers are going to be in Scream 7. No idea. The most we've had so far, I believe, was 3. The first one was 2. The second one was 2. The third one was 2. The fourth one, hold on. First one, there was 2. The second one, there was 2 Ghostface. The third one, there was 1. And then the fourth one, we jump, there was 2. The fifth, 2. And then the part 6, there was the brother and sister and dad. So there was 3. Who knows how many they have planned for this particular storyline. I mean, I just hope it's not some kind of, I just hope they don't overdo it. I trust Kevin Williamson, what he's cooking over there. And, the fact that, he's really trying to cement Wes Craven's legacy in this Scream film. I have all the trust in the world of what he's doing. So I am not worried about anything when it involves, Kevin Williams' creative decisions. He wrote this franchise. He sparked the idea for the first film and wrote it. And, it was a smash hit. And to be honest with you, the Scream franchise, out of all of the iconic, horror figures, we're talking like, Leatherface, we're talking Michael, we're talking Jason. It's probably been the main consistent franchise out of all those iconic figures. Think about it. The storyline and, the consistency has been consistent throughout. And, tip my hats off to just great writing for the Scream franchise. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below about, Matthew Lillard returning, as Stu Macher, Scott Foley returning as Roman, and Skeet returning as Stu. I mean, this is not Stu, sorry, Billy. This is quite fascinating to me that, they have everybody returning for Scream 7. And a lot of people kind of do think it's a desperate move with the whole Melissa Barrera thing. They're reaching to the bag of, their bag of gold. They're reaching into, the legacy stuff to bring in fans. But I don't think that's the case. I don't think this is a desperate attempt because regardless, Scream has a massive fan base and a massive fandom. So you're going to go see it regardless. I don't think this is a kind of a cash grab. I trust with what they're doing. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. And of course, any theories, plots you guys may want to put in the comments and, suggest of what's happening. Is it going to be a flashback sequence? No idea. Let me know what you guys think. And of course, thank you guys for taking time out of your day for watching Zero Productions. Peace.